Is it working? Perfect. All right. So what's up, my people? How's it going today? So today and only today, I'm going to be reacting to Cartoon's Dojo, the entire Moro arc. Now, if you guys know me, if you guys been in the channel for a while, you guys know I've read the entire manga already. I'm caught up to DragonBall Super manga. When the Moro arc was happening monthly, I only read it once. So people that reread the entire arc in one go said that the arc is actually better like that. I said to myself, I'll one day reread the arc, and I have not done that since. So I was like, you know what? I know Cartoon did this video a long time ago. I think it's 2 years old. 1 year old. It's 1 year old. And I said to myself, I'm gonna watch that to get a refresher of the Moro arc. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna react to his video, and I'm also gonna give my take of the Moro arc as it's happening in the video, because there are things I love about this arc and there are things I don't like about this arc. So I was like, you know what, let's have some fun and watch some more arc. If this is your first time seeing the Moro arc, it's actually a fun arc. I'll keep the rest of my ideas for the rest of the video. So before I start this video, so can you guys please do this a big favor? Recently when I was in the analytic page, I noticed that a whopping 3.5 thousand of you guys keep coming back to the channel. So can you guys do me a big favor? Please subscribe down below. It will really mean a lot trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's actually possible. With all you guys keep coming back to the channel, it's actually possible for me to hit 1,000 subscribers. So until then, let's start this reaction to Cartoon. Hey, Cartoon, if you're watching this video, I'm a big fan of yours. I've watched your videos for years. I still watch your video to this day, and I love your video. You're awesome. You're amazing. So please don't take this video down, all right? You're awesome, my guy. So let's get it started.
The Moro arc starts after the events of Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Best movie of all time.
We don't see those events in the manga, just assume it's basically the same as the movie. Goku and Vegeta are training and talking about never fighting together again, and doing all the other flirting you'd expect them to.
Yeah.
Vegeta asks about Ultra Instinct, but Goku says he hasn't been able to use it a single time since the Tournament of Power. Their date gets interrupted by a call from Mr. Satan. Boo is being kidnapped, so he needs Goku and Vegeta's help. Goku tells Vegeta he'll teleport them both over, but Vegeta acts like a tsundere and says that he'll just fly there himself. Goku arrives first and handles the kidnappers. Vegeta gets there shortly after, but lets Goku handle it. One of the kidnappers hears Mr. Satan say Goku and Vegeta's names. He seemingly knows who they are and proceeds to effortlessly speed blitz both of them, defeating them both with a stun gun.
When we saw Mirrors doing that for the first time, it boggled our minds so much, to the point that I was like, yo, who the hell this guy thinks he is, just jumping Goku and Vegeta like that after they literally just fought Broly? Like,
Goku and Vegeta
where'd you come from,
so
bro?
With that, the kidnappers leave Earth. When the Saiyans wake up, they see Jocko and find out the kidnappers are actually the Galactic Patrol. The one who knocked out Goku and Vegeta is called Maris, and he's the #1 Galactic Patrol agent. He explains they kidnapped Boo because they need the Great Lord of Lords.
Bringing back the Great Lord of Lords? Loved it. I thought it was a great idea.
Who slumbers inside of him. Apparently, 10 million years ago, 5 million years before Boo absorbed the Great Lord of Lords, there was a battle with the planet eater Moro. The Great Lord of Lords thought they had no chance of winning, so he gambles it all on locking away the planet eater's magic. It costs him his god power, but it works, and the Galactic Police, the predecessors to the Galactic Patrol, take Moro into custody.
Oops.
Mobile games are going big. Clash of Clans.
Let's go.
Custody, since he was conveniently too strong to be killed. Even after 10 million years, he's still alive, and even worse, some of his magic has returned, so he was able to escape from prison. Unfortunately, Boo is sleeping when they need him for the 10th time this year, so it's impossible to reach the Great Lord of Lords at the moment. Goku says they'll help catch Moro, and Vegeta reluctantly agrees, though he's more interested in Maris, who seems far too powerful for a normal Galactic Patrol agent. So Goku and Vegeta are temporarily inaugurated into the Galactic Patrol, and they get some cool logos on their outfits. We get a bit sidetracked by the Macarini gang, led by Pasta, who stole a train transporting an explosive material. It somehow feels like filler in a manga. The most important thing here is that this confirms to Vegeta that Maris is just far too fast and powerful to be an ordinary Galactic Patrol officer. Once they return to the Galactic Patrol HQ, they find Moro's location. Goku begins to sense in the direction he's headed, but Moro can tell that Goku is searching for him. Even scarier, Moro's key feels like
when I first read that panel in the manga, I was excited because I was like, oh my gosh, finally an actual villain after Zamasu. I was like, yes, this is what Super need. So when I saw Moro's face like that when Goku sensed it, and when I read that part, I was like, this is
The
exactly
screams
what
of
we
a
need
lot of
as a
people.
villain for
Since he's a
Super.
planet eater, his power is literally a mass of slaughtered souls, which is kind of edgy, but not too edgy, so it's pretty cool. On Moro's ship, he says to his ally
Dude, that's a
Cranberry
great
that they're
design,
being
bro.
searched for. However, he can't scan any more than that himself, as it takes a lot out of him. Cranberry is an ex-Frieza soldier who was captured by the Galactic Patrol. He escaped with Moro and told Moro about the Namekian Dragon Balls that would allow him to regain his magic. All Cranberry asks for himself is a single wish, to which Moro agrees. Our heroes also figure out that Moro's destination is New Namek. Goku and Vegeta teleport to New Namek before Moro can touch down, and this time they even hold hands. Maris was too distracted by his shipping dreams coming true to warn them not to confront Moro. When they arrive on Namek, they warn the Namekians,
I
so
really
they
like
start to
this.
run away with the
You'll see
Dragon
why.
Balls. After they leave, Moro's ship lands and he exits. He tries to eat a Namekian child named Eska, but Vegeta acts quickly and saves him, talking about his troubled past with the Namekians as he does.
This part for me made me like Vegeta even more in this arc, because it showed him how much he's changed as a person, and how he started off with killing the Namekians, and now he's like saving the Namekians. And he said himself, he said it right here. He said, "I have a troubled history with these Namekians. I did them untold harm." So he actually feels bad for what he did to them now. So he wants to help them out. I love
this
that
is
part.
actually really cool to
Exactly,
see Vegeta's
right?
regret towards the man he used to be. So Vegeta says he wants to handle Moro himself and turns Super Saiyan. He charges in, but Moro is easily able to handle Super
Down.
Saiyan Vegeta, so Vegeta turns Super Saiyan God. Now it's starting to look like Vegeta will win, but Moro still has more power to show himself in the form of his magic.
Dude, I like
Goku
this
mentions
design.
that they know
It's
he eats life
different.
energy,
It's
and Moro
different. I like
compliments
it.
them for not being entirely ignorant. Then, as Moro lifts his hands, energy begins to spew outward from New Namek. Moro explains that instead of just eating the planet's life energy, he can manipulate it into the form of attacks. Vegeta tries his best, but after finding out that this attack costs Moro no stamina, he says he can't win. He asks Moro what his goals are, and after some convincing, Moro reveals that he's after the Dragon Balls, and he wants to use them to regain his former strength. And that's all Vegeta needed to hear. He calls Moro rotten scum that's worth killing for sure. Vegeta quickly turns Super Saiyan Blue and begins to easily beat Moro. Everything is going well until Goku starts to notice something is wrong. Moro forms a huge ball with Namek's life energy. Vegeta says it's useless, but Moro doesn't use it to attack.
Bro, that lure that he's
Instead,
using for
he
the
eats
power.
it and gains a massive power-up as a result. Vegeta thinks that Moro's power-up isn't nearly enough and tries to transform to face him again. But Vegeta can't even turn Super Saiyan. Not only can Moro absorb a planet's energy, but he takes energy from the life forms on the planet as well. Goku jumps in to help Vegeta, but neither of them have enough energy to handle Moro now. Goku feels bad for the Namekians, but he knows they can't stay there, so he grabs Vegeta to teleport away. But Goku doesn't even have enough ki for instant transmission, which I think is a first for the series. With no escape, Moro grabs
was
the
a
two
first,
Saiyans
actually,
and
'cause
takes
I've
a
never heard
large
that
portion
before.
of their life energy. The Planet Eater is shocked to find their energy restored his body to a far more youthful state. With Vegeta and Goku handled, Moro and Cranberry begin to hunt the Dragon Balls.
If you
Back
think
at-
about it, he took Goku and Vegeta's all power, and he's able to go back to how young that he was, and he even caught him off guard, which shows me that how powerful Moro really was all those millions of years ago. So for him to be surprised how powerful Vegeta and Goku got, that says a lot about his character, in my opinion.
At the Galactic Patrol HQ, Buu has finally woken up, and they received a report that Goku and Vegeta's life signatures were detected on New Namek. They were actually saved by Eska and Elder Mori, though they were unconscious for 3 whole days. Luckily for them, Moro is taking his sweet time collecting the Dragon Balls because plot, I guess? So he only has 3 Dragon Balls as of now. The Namekians have a plan though. Their greatest warriors started assimilating in order to defend their world.
Just for them to
Dozens of
die.
Namekians merge into
Dude,
one,
you saw
and the
Goku and
resulting
Vegeta not being
warrior
able
flies
to
directly at Moro.
stop them. Why would you go
Without
in?
even looking at him, Moro impales
guess
the
you're better off,
Namekian's greatest savior, easily
die
killing
trying
him.
instead of
Vegeta
seeing
realizes
your
that
loved
Moro
ones
is
die
using
in
the
front of you like
villages
that.
to find the Dragon Balls, but
I
right
guess.
as he figures that out, Moro learns to sense the Dragon Balls directly because plot.
Because
I mean,
plot.
because his magic, of course. So, hiding the
No,
final
he's not
Dragon
wrong.
Ball
Plot,
just
it's
isn't
plot.
an option anymore. Goku and Vegeta sense Moro approaching, and even on the brink of death themselves, they power up to face him one final time, knowing they'll likely die. But before they can, another ship shows up
And it
behind
was
Moro's,
Maris.
and on top of it is Maris.
Yup.
He shoots down Moro's ship, and he uses a net specifically designed to trap Moro. It still won't hold the Planet Eater for long, though, so their true plan begins, and Boo is dropped from the ship as well. Not only that, the Galactic Patrol were able to bring out the memories of the great Lord of Lords. Moro and Boo begin to get angry
I
at each other
remember.
as they reminisce. Moro breaks out of the netting, and their battle begins. With the memories of the great Lord of Lords and
Bro,
Boo's
and
unique
Boo's
physical
throwing down was
abilities, it
so
seems like he can
fun.
actually win this.
It was
Even
so
Moro's
fun
energy
seeing
absorption
Boo fight
doesn't
like
work,
that,
and
bro.
it seems like Boo
like you
got
just
a
saw
power
back
up
then.
from
You
having
just saw
the
his
memories
hair and then
awakened.
his head
Maris
just popped
tells him
out
to
right
steal
there.
away Moro's
I'm sorry for
magic,
talking.
but as he begins to, the sky turns dark. Cranberry has collected the final Dragon Ball. Before Goku and Vegeta can intervene, Cranberry wishes back Moro's full magical abilities. After getting his power back, he flies towards Purunga and kills Cranberry. Moro wanted a second wish after all, and since Cranberry used the first one to heal himself, that left nothing for the ex-Frieza soldier. To be fair, he does eat people's souls, so he's not the most trustworthy guy. When Goku and Vegeta finally catch him, Moro has already made his wishes, but he's hiding what the second one was. He then
Bro.
tells them that he has no need to fight anymore and runs
Well,
away,
once
suppressing
the
his
third wish
ki
is
as he
revealed, I'll bring it
does.
up.
Boo and Maris catch up with them, and Boo quickly heals everyone that's still alive. Meanwhile, Moro begins to eat the entirety of planet Namek. After healing everyone, Boo's face changes to the Great Lord of Lords'
Great
face.
Lord of
He
Lords,
says he'll
bro.
swap places with Boo until Moro is defeated. With that, Goku, Vegeta, and the Great Lord of Lords teleport to Moro for the
Bro,
final
seeing him in the
confrontation.
series,
Moro
it was
uses
awesome,
illusions
in my
to buy
opinion.
himself time while he absorbs the energy of Namek.
You guys know how it is when you buy a new Mac. It's super fast at first, and then pretty soon after it starts to slow down. That's probably
from outer space, a place where Vegeta and Goku can't reach him. So the Great Lord of Lords goes on his own. It's immediately clear, though, that Moro is stronger than the Great Lord of Lords, so the weird abilities of Boo don't matter anymore. The Great Lord of Lords threatens to steal Moro's magic, but Moro calls his bluff, saying he doesn't have the god power required to unleash that ability anymore. As Moro beats him down, there's a memory that appears to the Lord of Lords. It's the end of the Boo saga, where Goku kills Kid Buu, and now the Great Lord of
That's
Lords
fine.
understands that Kid Buu had his god powers. Moro saw the memories as well, and now he's even more confident that no one can challenge him. Meanwhile, Maris asks Goku and Vegeta if they're sure they're stronger than Moro, and Vegeta says, magic aside, yes. Maris then puts on a spacesuit and says he'll get Moro back to planet Namek so they can fight him. With the help of the Great Lord of Lords, Maris is able to distract Moro and teleport him back to Namek. Goku and Vegeta teleport over as well and confront Moro again, but this time at full power. Moro laughs at them for thinking they can win since they forgot about the second wish. It's revealed that Moro wished for every Galactic Patrol prisoner to be released.
Okay, now reading this month to month, you speculate what the third wish was. So you're getting excited, making some speculation, some theories and all that stuff. Awesome, great. That's good for a series to do that. But for your third wish to actually just be freeing the prisoners, I'm sorry, but that's dumb. Like, what is that gonna do? Like, dude, that's actually nothing.
Side
That
note,
was not
waiting
awesome.
a month on a massive
See?
cliffhanger only to find out he wished for prisoners to be released was super underwhelming.
Super,
Remember, Jocko
super
could handle
underwhelming.
most of these guys himself. Anyway,
Yeah.
the prisoners arrive on
Because
Namek.
most of them were caught by the Galactic Patrollers. So if the Galactic Patrollers got them themselves, they're not a threat.
Just
Like, what
in
was the
time to
point?
facilitate Moro's escape. He empowers an army of them to battle Goku and Vegeta, and while they're easily beaten even with the power-up, Moro is slowly draining Goku and Vegeta's energy along with Namek's. It eventually gets so bad that they can't transform at all.
Yeah.
Maris and Jocko jump in to help the Saiyans and the Great Lord of Lords retreat. But when Goku is ready to teleport them all away, Vegeta goes on a rant about not liking weird techniques for some reason, and then goes off on his own. Goku and the others return to the Galactic Patrol HQ, and Vegeta steals Agent Iriko and his ship and tells him to
Yardrat.
go to Yard.
Yo, Vegeta going to Yardrat is such an awesome thing, bro. Because we know Yardrat are known for their techniques. So Vegeta was like, yo, I'm going to Yardrat. Yo, what? Like what technique is Vegeta gonna get, my guy? Like you don't even know because you know from Z when Goku defeated Frieza back in Z, Vegeta was like, oh, you went to Yard Rat? They're known for their abilities and unique abilities. Him actually going to Yard Rat is like perfect. I was like, I love that so much. I loved it.
All the weird techniques. I'm still down for most of what's happening to
Cartoon's actually right. It actually contradicted
Vegeta this arc, but it's tough to get behind how weird this juxtaposition feels, especially when the paneling frames his main motivation as Goku and not Moro. Anyway, a few days pass and the prisoners go on a rampage around the universe, specifically finding planets for Moro to consume. Goku and Maris are concerned at how Moro is growing even more powerful, and Maris says their odds of victory are now virtually zero. Goku asks even if Maris was fighting seriously. Goku throws a serious punch at Maris and he dodges it easily, which seems to prove Goku's theory. Goku asks to spar with Maris and Maris agrees. They go into a training room and face off. Goku seemingly can't land a hit even after turning Super Saiyan 3, so before they destroy the training room, Goku asks Maris to train him. Maris agrees and says he knows just the place. Meanwhile, the Macarini gang are doing their own thing while pretending to work for Moro. They even remember Jocko talking about Earth before they got captured, so Earth is now a target for the forces of Moro. See? The train section was important after all. At the same time, Vegeta has finally arrived on Yardrat. He's greeted by the Yardratians, which is what they're called in the manga, but I'm just gonna call them Yardrats because that's easier to say, who come in two types. This is done to canonize both the anime design and the Toriyama design.
If you guys don't know, the toy animation design for Yardrats, the ones that we're used to, those were made by Toy Animations. Toriyama drew the Yardrats like this for the Dragon Ball Online game. So when that part came out, I remember Torotaro, he said that it makes sense for species to be the same thing but look differently at the same time. So that's why he decided to keep both the Toy Animation version and the Toriyama version as well. So I'm like, yo, I'm fine with that. Since they were never seen in the original manga. Pretty smart, actually. They apparently heard about Vegeta from Goku in the past, and most strangely, they say Goku defeated the Ginyu Force on their planet. That was
I guess that means there were more Ginyus than the main
five we saw.
That was interesting when they mentioned that. Vegeta then meets Elder Paibara, the Yardrat that taught Goku instant transmission, and will be the one to teach Vegeta what they call spirit control, a way to use your ki in order to use techniques like these. A few days after that, Goku and Maris leave the Galactic Patrol HQ to begin their training. Back on Earth, Piccolo is concerned that he can't get in touch with New Namek and fears something terrible has happened to the Namekians. His worries...
My question is, why did Piccolo all of a sudden just like decided to contact New Namek? Like, does he like constantly talk to them? Like, what's going on? How you guys been? Tell me what's going on? Like, how you guys doing? Like hi. Like, does he do that on a regular basis? Because that feels like that's convenient for the plot, in my opinion. That's
interrupted when he senses the Macarini gang approaching Earth and goes to investigate them. They shoot at him immediately, but he's too fast and is quickly able to handle them all. At the same time, Bulma meets up with Dende to tell him that Jocko wants to recruit Piccolo into the Galactic Patrol.
Yeah, because he doesn't know where Vegeta went.
They learn
there's
about
no one
Moro,
else to go.
The prisoners, and the fate of Planet Namek. Unfortunately, as Dende realizes the Macarini gang are involved, Piccolo has already decided to let them go. Dende quickly tells him to stop them, and he does, but not before Pasta could report back to Moro about Earth and its energy. Moro decides to send a stronger scouting team to confirm it's actually worth his time. As they make their way, Goku and Maris continue their training. Maris explains the true nature of Ultra Instinct and how to trigger it.
Rage, grief, joy. Those strong emotions can translate to prodigious power.
You can't simply be calm.
It will activate when you achieve self-control in the face of jarring shock to your emotions. This is like the emotions that you need to turn into Super Saiyan.
But you have to remain calm in the face of an overwhelming shock to your emotions. After saying the technique by
I think he skipped the part. Because Miras was talking about the emotions you need to trigger Super Saiyan, and then he was talking about the emotions you need to trigger Ultra Instinct. So this is I'm gonna tell you this, from this point into the training section, I was loving the manga so hard. Like, I was looking forward to it every single month. Like, it was good. Like, this, I love it. I love this.
My name,
This is
it's confirmed
good.
that Goku was right about Maris.
You
After
knew it
their
all
talk,
along.
Maris
Yep.
takes Goku into a place similar to the Room of
And this is
Spirit
where
and
the
Time
speculation.
on
Wait,
Earth,
let me keep
except
going.
this one only passes 3 days inside for every 1 day outside. Now, the real training begins.
When this chapter dropped, everyone was like, okay, it's confirmed. Miris is an angel. Why? Because this thing right here that Miris is doing, we've seen it once, and that was when Whis did it. So once we saw Miris do this, we were like, he's an angel. That's why he's crazy powerful. And I was like, you know what?
Think Goku
Perfectly
would tell
fine with
Maris
that.
about the one on
Loved it.
Earth so they could get more time to train, but it's not even brought up as an option. So moving on, I guess. Back on Earth, they tried to gather all of Earth's greatest warriors, but only Krillin was available. They'll have to make do, since 3 stronger prisoners made their way to Earth through a portal that was made by an android called 7-3. This android is able to copy the abilities of others for 30 minutes by grabbing their necks. The portal he made was one such ability. Without hesitation, 7-3 is able to grab Piccolo's neck and copy his abilities as well, even after being warned by Jocko. Krillin goes to help Piccolo, but Yumba drags him into a fight instead. Things are seeming bad for Earth's fighters here. Krillin is struggling with Yumba, Jocko is barely holding on against Shirameka, and Piccolo has to deal with fighting a copy of himself with infinite stamina. It's looking bleak for Earth. That's when Gohan arrives. As the strongest fighter currently on the planet, Gohan is easily handling 7-3. Right as Gohan is about to finish off 7-3, his copy of Piccolo runs out, and he switches to a stored copy. This one is Moro. With the ability to absorb energy, he only targets the 4 fighters in front of him, and now they have no chance of winning. As they begin to reach the brink of death, Piccolo tells the prisoners that even if they fall today, Goku and Vegeta will come back to Earth and finish them off. This intrigues Moro, since the idea of Goku and Vegeta
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube, and
Support your creators, guys.
YouTube Music Premium.
returning to Earth, stronger than ever, could lead to the greatest meal in the universe. So he has 7-3 and the others retreat for now. They say they'll return to Earth in 20 Earth days, but Jocko is able to buy them more time. They have 2 months in total until Moro and the prisoners return to Earth. Maris is informed of the 2 months that they have, meaning they only have 6 months to train in the time chamber, so they get back to it immediately. However, they're being watched by Whis, who's visiting the Grand Priest. The Grand Priest explains that Maris is an angel in training. He was dispatched to Universe 7 in order for him to broaden
Which
his
is
perspective.
interesting.
Angel
So
law
that means that there are a bunch of more angels out there. Most likely other universes, not just Universe 7. They are like observing how the universe is like in training. Like it's not just Maris doing this. Obviously, Whis had to do this. Vados had to do this, and the other angels that currently have God instruction, they all had to go to training as well. So I think it's safe to say that there are more angels out there that are like in training in different universes. In my opinion, I think it's safe to say, in my opinion, that's what I think.
prohibits angels from acting in a biased manner, hence why they aren't allowed to truly fight and only train. Whis vouches for Maris, saying he hasn't broken any angel laws yet, and that he'll keep an eye on his younger brother. The Grand Priest agrees and wishes Whis luck, as he doesn't want to lose an angel. On Yardrat, Vegeta and Iriko have no contact with the Galactic Patrol, so they know nothing about what's happened on Earth. So Vegeta just continues his training without knowing the time limit Earth has. He's already managed to learn basic spirit control, so now it's time to learn the abilities of Yardrat. Paibara is about to teach him instant transmission, which is considered a basic technique, but then some of Moro's forces land on Yardrat. Vegeta goes to handle it, but his power has already grown far.
I like this part. Wait, let me go back. I like this part because this is basically, you know how Dragon Ball is, right? Sometimes Dragon Ball will tell you. This is not telling. This is showing. It's showing Vegeta's progress in this training with Yardrat, to the point that even Vegeta himself was shocked of how powerful his powers were. Because he was like, oh, I'm just going to do a regular beam. And then even he, after the beam came out, he's like, whoa, what? So I like this. It's showing instead of telling.
A blast he intended to just destroy a communicator with instead blasted away an abandoned Yardrat city. As he defeats the escaped prisoners, they mention that Earth is the next target for Moro, though they don't tell him about the 2-month wait. Thankfully, Vegeta can sense Earth from Yardrat and knows that Moro isn't there yet, so he has time to continue his training. However, he has to kick it into high gear, skipping the basics and going straight for the technique that can beat Moro. Moro can sense how powerful Vegeta has become and gets excited. He tells Sagambo that he'll have to reach the outer limits of his power before going to Earth, if he even has such limits. That's called
Assuming such limits
foreshadowing.
even exist.
So Moro consumes planets while Goku and Vegeta continue their training.
Like, bro, like, while it was 2 months, right? 2 months passed and then Moro just got stronger. Like, they just let Moro free willing in the universe, just getting stronger.
Until 2 months finally pass. Meris and Goku
It
are
kinda
going
runs
to
me off
have
a
a
little
final
bit,
spar, and Meris is about to go all out. But before they can begin, Whis stops them. Whis explains that clashing at full power is considered a battle. So
Oh, Cartoons cut the part where Goku and Miris were gonna. So in one of the chapters, when Goku and Miris were gonna keep going for the training, we saw a panel of Goku's foot, like lighting up, like powering up. So that's when we were like, okay, that's Ultra Instinct. So Goku masters Ultra Instinct sign, which is good in my opinion. My thing was this. I wanted Goku to master UI sign in this arc. I'm fine with him mastering UI sign. Like, getting into in and out of UI sign perfectly fine. I wanted him to get to MUI as a fluke the same way he did it with Tournament of Power, because for him to get MUI this early in this arc, I don't think that's good, because that's just going to bring more issues, in my opinion.
So that
I'm jumping the
broken
gun
Angel
really
Law,
hard now.
even
I'm
if he
really
called
jumping
it
ahead
training.
of the
Meris
arc.
apologizes, but Whis
That's
is
something I
even
didn't
more
like.
annoyed by the fact
I'm
that
sorry for
Meris
jumping,
intended
man.
to do battle against Moro alongside Goku. Now that Goku knows Meris is an angel, everything makes sense. He asks Whis what happens if an angel breaks the laws, and Whis says they are erased from existence without a trace. It's the only way an angel can die. Weirdly, this implies that even Zeno can't remove them from existence, unless that's just a given. Something to note for the future, I guess. So Whis takes Meris back to Beerus's planet and leaves it to Goku to finish the fight. The only issue is they leave Goku behind, so he has to figure out how to get back to Earth on his own. On Earth, the entire Galactic Patrol has arrived to fight the invading forces, as well as all the greatest fighters on Earth, minus Goten, Trunks, and the androids. The prisoners begin to spread across the planet, so everyone splits up to handle them. The main battle for now is Piccolo and Gohan versus 7-3. But before they even know they're fighting him, he uses the copied abilities of an invisible race to sneak up behind and grab their necks. Things may seem bad, but Gohan and Piccolo prepared for his copy ability, and since he can only use one copy ability at a time, they are able to outperform him with combination attacks.
The combo fight
Pushed to the brink of death, 7-3
Gohan and
changes
Piccolo.
to Moro's
Loved
abilities again, but when he tries to absorb the ki of the two in front of him, nothing happens.
Can't.
Android
Why?
17
Because
and
they're
18 are
androids.
here, actually,
Androids don't have
and they don't
ki.
have ki, so they're the perfect opponents for 7-3 with this copy ability. It seems like the battle is going in Earth's favor, but then Moro and Sagambo make their way down as well. The human fighters have handled their initial foes,
Bro,
but soon
Yamcha putting in work? That's crazy. Like, I remember when I was reading that, I was like, yo, even Yamcha's putting in work? Let's freaking
they're
go.
overwhelmed by stronger enemies. As Moro and Sagambo touch down on Earth, Piccolo knows immediately that he's on a different level than the others. Before Moro can fight, Sagambo offers to do it himself, and Moro agrees, even granting the prisoner more of his power. With this much energy, everything went from great to hopeless on every front. Even with Gohan, Piccolo, and the androids fighting together, Sagambo is just way too powerful. Now,
Insane.
nowhere on Earth is doing well. As things start to look desperate, Goku starts getting close enough to Earth to sense what's going on, but they're still too far to teleport to, until Krillin gambles it all and raises his ki as high as it can go in the hopes of Goku finding it. It works, and Goku teleports to Krillin just in time.
Yup.
With Goku now on Earth, he quickly goes around saving the other human fighters, then teleports to the main battlefield where he can easily handle Sagambo. Goku
Yup.
is actually moving so fast
Bro.
only Jocko and Moro can see him. A true testament to how much stronger he's gotten. Moro
Bro.
and Goku have a little bromance until Sagambo gets back up and interrupts. So
bromance,
Goku
stop,
puts
bro.
him down again, but he just keeps getting back up. It turns out that Moro has given him more power and continues to give him even more power on top of that. But Sagambo's body can't handle it. After a few more power boosts, Sagambo drops dead,
He
leaving
died.
only Moro for Goku to face.
It's
Goku
insane,
gets
bro.
angry at how Moro treated Sagambo, but he tells Moro he's ready to show the power he's gained from his training. In an instant, the rage leaves his face as he closes his eyes and returns
Takes a
to
deep
base
breath,
form. When he opens his
and
eyes,
goes
he's in
UI.
Ultra Instinct Sign, the precursor
sign.
to the technique of the gods.
Guys, keep in mind, UI sign is the doorstep to MUI. So when you get UI sign, you're basically opening the door to MUI, but you haven't entered MUI. That's UI sign. It is a doorstep to MUI. I keep
Goku
that in
and
mind.
Moro begin to clash, and it seems that Goku has the upper hand. Moro's magic proves a little tricky, but it's nothing that Goku can't handle. Gohan tells his father to go all out, not worrying about damaging the Earth since they can fix it with the Dragon Balls. The same thing Goku said to Gohan in the Cell Saga. I'm sure this is the only Cell Saga reference. As the
Is it? Is it the only Cell Saga reference?
fight goes on, it becomes more even the more magic Moro uses. But Moro still hasn't tried absorbing Goku's ki. When he finally does try to get a lock on Goku to steal energy from him, Goku begins to move at top speed to avoid it. With Moro's main ability nullified, it seems like Goku can actually
Loving
win
the song,
fight.
bro.
Back on Beerus's planet, Whis and Meris are observing the battle. Whis praises Meris' training and asks if they'll see Goku's silver-haired form as well, but Meris says no. Back on Earth, Moro snickers and tells Goku energy absorption isn't his win condition. He's been holding back his power until this very moment. Once Moro powers up, he's easily able to grab Goku and drain his ki.
Bro,
Moro
like, how
even
is Moro,
noticed that
like-
Goku can't maintain the
He was just struggling with Goku's sign, and he all of a sudden he just like destroying him like he's
form for
nothing.
extended battles. With Goku back in his base, it
Also
seems
Dragon Ball
hopeless,
for you.
but thankfully Goku still has more power left, and what Moro said made him even more confident he can win this fight if he attacks with everything he has. Now with both of them at full power, they're back to a virtually
That's cool. That's really cool.
even fight. Meris and Whis aren't sure if Goku's strategy is the best,
I don't know about you guys, but I'm a sucker for seeing Dragon Ball characters screaming while powering up.
but Moro
love it.
is stronger than Goku and Meris predicted, so he doesn't
Especially
have a choice
Saiyans.
but to gamble it all on this. Back on Yardrat, Vegeta has finally mastered the technique he needs to beat Moro. He asks Baibara to be teleported to Earth, but Yardrats are forbidden from teleporting off their planet, and even if they could, they can't teleport somewhere they've never been before. This is weird because Goku never met anyone on New Namek, nor has he been there before, but I guess the explanation of
I mean, Goku has. He was present when the Namekians came back to life when he was fighting Frieza. I feel like I'm stretching this part, but it's possible that he could have sensed someone's ki as he was fighting Frieza, even though he was being bloodlust while fighting Frieza, because he knew what was going on. So I'm gonna give a pass for that part, but that's like that shouldn't be explained like the way I am, because that's mainly headcanon for me.
looking for key signatures like Piccolo's is good enough?
I
don't
guess.
know. This
Yeah,
tension
I guess.
is pretty forced. Anyway, even if these arbitrary rules weren't in place, Paibara can't sense Goku because he's using God Ki. So Vegeta just asks
That's
to be
true.
taught instant transmission since he needs to get to Earth as soon as possible. Goku tries to use as much power as he can, but
That's the opposite of what Ultra Instinct is.
relying on power alone only hinders Ultra Instinct,
Yeah.
so he loses the fight and is knocked out of Ultra Instinct's sign. The androids step in to help since their energy can't be absorbed, which allows Goku to survive. On Yardrat, Vegeta desperately tries to lock onto Goku's ki, but he can't do it. Paibara senses that Goku's ki has returned and offers to break their rules for this emergency, but Vegeta says he can do it. So he tries again, and after
It goes to
locking onto
trash.
Goku's ki, he teleports off Yardrat and arrives on
No, Karthu. He went to trash first, then
Android
he
17
got
and
to
18
Earth.
are doing their best, but they aren't strong enough to beat Moro. Vegeta appears on the battlefield
Bro, I love the part where Vegeta showed up to save the day.
right
Because usually it's actually Goku that comes in to save the day when Vegeta got beat up, but it's the opposite. Because I was like, you know what? It's a good change.
after.
It's a good
Goku is
change.
shocked to see him use instant transmission, but he assures Goku that
We're
he
about to
probably
enter the
can never
part.
use it again. Vegeta then has the androids back off and steps in to fight Moro himself. Vegeta transforms into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Yes, it's in the manga. It happened in the Tournament of Power, just like the anime, and charges in. Even after talking big, Vegeta's first attack barely phases Moro. It seems like he was just hyping himself up with nothing to support it. Everyone thinks Vegeta is going crazy since he clearly can't win, but don't worry, Piccolo assures everyone that Vegeta?
This is where the arc started to go down. Vegeta's never been one to misread an opponent's strength. Really? Really? Saiyan Saga Goku. What's his name again? The pretty guy from Frieza's the pretty guy from Frieza's forces. That guy. Raccoon. Android 18. No, it's not semi-perfect cell. Perfect cell. Boo! Vegeta is known for being like this, and there's more character, I'm pretty sure. That's literally what Vegeta has done for the entire series. Torotaro, have you even read the manga, my guy? Ow, my hand hurts. I have this brace.
Never been one to misread an opponent's strength.
Yo!
Oh, I'm sorry, that's just too funny. Anyways, as Vegeta continues to fight,
Dude,
it becomes clear that Moro is being worn
this,
down, and
that's when the manga quality started going down for me. When Piccolo said that line, you know what? I'm gonna blow up if I don't
first
keep
to realize it, and he knows what technique Vegeta is using. It's Force Spirit Fission. Vegeta tells Moro he's liberated all the souls he's devoured.
I think Cartoon jumped apart because Vegeta does this thing. I'm Super Vegeta. Every time Vegeta does this, he's not gonna win.
Like Moro's planet eating
and he
power,
did that in
or
his
a
arc.
spirit bomb in reverse. Goku explains to the others that Force Spirit Fission tears things apart that were combined through fusion or absorption. Vegeta even says he could separate Piccolo, Nail, and Kami if he wanted to. This is cool, but it causes a tiny and annoying issue as well. If Goku knew about this technique since he was on Yardrat, wouldn't he think it useful to learn after facing beings like Cell or Boo? Who
Yeah,
literally
this is where
it would have been much better if him knowing about the technique just wasn't included, I think. Anyway, Vegeta is flirting with Goku instead of focusing on the battle like the tsundere that he is, until Moro jumps back into the fight. There's still nothing he can do, and Moro's body begins to return to its old state. At this rate, he'll die from old age rather than the fight at hand. As the energy returns to the planets they were stolen from, some will be restored, but those who were dead for too long will sadly remain dead. New Namek is a case where people did get revived despite being dead for over 2 months. Eska thinks it's the Dragon Balls protecting them, and I'm not going to complain about this, but it is weird. All this weird stuff, by the way, has been happening in one chapter.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on this month. Piccolo rambles about how Vegeta has become a better person and how Goku hasn't changed since day one. Something
that's not true. Goku has changed over time. It's just Goku has changed as a person. He has, and I hate that Piccolo said that. Vegeta changed as well. They both change. It's just Super's writing.
I vehemently disagree with.
I disagree
it isn't
too,
worth
Cartoon.
getting into here. Then
I disagree,
Moro
Cartoon.
and Vegeta talk about going to hell, and Vegeta calls himself a villain.
No, you're not a villain, Vegeta. Yes, you've done the thing. Yes, the Majin Vegeta right there. You have done that evil thing. But when Piranga was bringing good people back to life, you were one of them. How did Goku get Super Saiyan God? 5 righteous Saiyans. You were one of them. That makes no sense for you to say that. Come on.
Something that hasn't really been the case since the Buu saga.
Thank you.
Again, this is still the same chapter, so the weird
Zero
choices
sense.
in dialogue and lore are just continuing. After that passes, Moro uses his magic to escape, and he fries Shirameka and devours 7-3. This causes Moro to transform
into Cell
and become even
He became Goat Cell.
stronger than he was before.
Not the greatest of all time. He's a goat that looks like Cell.
Since 7-3 had a backup of Moro.
Listen, man. Once Moro ate 7-3, that's when Moro became a generic villain for me, and I lost interest in Moro. I've lost interest in Moro ever since he's done that. And I was like, bro, why? You could have kept the crystal on the forehead. You could have kept everything about Moro. You could have kept like the schnout thing for as a goat. You should have just kept that and put the crystal. If you want to change the ears, that's fine. But the schnout thing that made Moro, that should have stayed. That should have stayed, in my opinion. That made no sense. He's just another generic character. I'm sorry for ranting.
That's right, Moro.
I'm sorry, because I've said it, but I'm sorry for ranting. I said it. The end of this, the lead to the end annoyed me.
Has
It
achieved
annoyed
some
me.
sort of perfection, you could say, by absorbing an android.
Yeah.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Hey, look
With
at
this
that!
new strength, Moro is easily able to handle Vegeta, and now there's no one that can oppose him. Vegeta gets back up and tries to use Force Spirit Fission again, but Moro has seen through the technique, realizing that Vegeta needs to inflict damage in order for it to work, so he just has to avoid his attacks. Gohan says it's fine since 7-3's copy ability only lasts 30 minutes, so they can stall him out, but Moro tells them that that 7-3's copy is simply returning to the original, so no such time limit should exist. A similar thing happened with Merge Zamasu in the Dragon Ball Super manga, so this makes sense. Then Moro even grabs Vegeta's neck and copies his abilities as well. He uses a Big Bang attack to finish the Saiyan Prince,
he made
and
fun of the
Piccolo
name.
even notes that with Force Spirit Fission, Moro can even nullify fusion. With no one left to fight, Dende makes the courageous decision as Earth's god to go down and help them by healing everyone. Krillin has a bag of Senzu and is trying his best to make it back to them as well. As those two make their way over, the main battle hasn't stopped. Gohan and Piccolo make an opening for Goku to use an instant transmission Kamehameha. And if that wasn't enough of a reference, Moro just regenerates from it like Cell does.
Yep.
Then he stabs his new
That was fire. That was woo!
newly
That was
created arm
good.
through Goku's
That
chest.
was good.
Also, Moro makes up some bullshit about having 7-3's old copy abilities forever.
Yeah, that made no sense. That
Why?
zero
Who
sense.
knows? It literally doesn't make sense. He could have just grabbed Piccolo's neck again to regenerate. Then he uses Piccolo's telepathy so he can listen in on Dende, who's telling Piccolo he's coming to heal them. Because of that, Moro creates a barrier around the battlefield so Krillin and Dende are now locked out. One by one, Moro starts to finish everyone off until only Jocko is left. Dende watches from outside the barrier in horror until it opens in front of him and an
I'm sorry, that
angel
was
tells
funny.
him it isn't over yet. Then we see Maris save Jocko at the last
Agent
second,
Maris.
imbuing a blaster shot with his own energy. Before Moro can see what happened, all the injured fighters were moved somewhere else so they could be healed by Dende. Maris then begins to battle Moro, and the
Bro, this
Planet
is a
Eater
40-minute
notes that
video.
Maris has no detectable
Y'all
energy,
don't even know
even
the
though
video
he
yet.
did before. Maris
I've
is
been ranting,
actually
sorry.
using his God Key, and because of it, he's actually doing well. Meanwhile, Whis and Beerus are over with Dende and the others. They were the ones who got them away from Moro, but with that done, Beerus says they're going to Bulma's place for some food. Dende begins to heal everyone, starting with Goku. It takes a little bit longer because of the type of wound he has, but eventually Goku is fully healed. When he learns that Maris is fighting Moro, though, he flies over immediately. Goku stops Maris before he disappears and takes over the fight with Ultra Instinct Sign. But
Nothing.
it simply isn't enough for an even stronger Moro. Goku is
Nothing.
frustrated that he couldn't master Ultra Instinct, but Maris tells him one final push should be all he needs. While they're talking, Moro grabs Maris's neck to try and copy his abilities, but Maris cuts off Moro's hand before he could copy them. Maris retaliates by using his angel powers to seal away Moro's copy ability. I know it looks like he's just destroying the crystals, but it's specifically called a sealing technique, which explains why he can't just regenerate them. Beerus can sense that Maris is using his angel powers and tells Whis they're heading back to stop him. On the battlefield, Maris begins to explain how the Galactic Patrol changed him and made him grow a sense of justice. Even beyond that, meeting Goku and his friends
That's where
solidified
Maris
those
started to
ideals.
disappear.
Maris begins to charge one final attack and begins to think back to a conversation he had with Goku about Goku's constant heroics. Goku denies any heroism and talks as if it's all selfish desire that just happens to work out in the end. Again, I disagree with this being in the original manga, as he often did things for others first,
Yeah.
then himself if
I
it
agree,
works out
'cause
that
he
way,
did
but
do that.
that's a
He
video
did-
for a
he
different
has
day.
done that when he
Moro
was
tries to
younger.
stop Maris with a large energy ball, but Maris flies straight through it and seals away the final crystal. With that attack, Maris gives Goku parting words of encouragement and asks him to protect the universe he's come to love. A menacing aura engulfs Goku as rage begins to boil within him. His emotions begin to swell as he talks about how Maris fought for the sake of the entire universe. But with a deep breath, he calms himself down. He asks Jocko why he joined the Galactic Patrol, and Jocko tells him to preserve peace in the galaxy. And the outfits were cool. Goku is happy that his main reason is the same as Maris, and he says that since he's in the Galactic Patrol as well, protecting the universe is his job too. Moro gets back up, and Goku tells him he'll carry out Maris's will and beat him. Then his power begins to flare up. A giant aura engulfs the battlefield before dissipating to reveal
There it
Goku with
is.
silver hair. Just to recap, a character introduced in this arc died to the main villain and left words of encouragement leading to a transformation. I'll let you figure out what that's about. The power of Ultra Instinct
I love
has
it,
a strange
Cartoon.
calmness to it, and it instinctively terrifies Moro. Any attack Moro
Yeesh.
tries just can't hit Goku, and every attack of Goku's lands stronger than ever before. Moro powers up to full
This was
in
so
hopes
cool.
of closing the gap, but
Minus the BS that happened, this was so
Goku
cool.
is simply too far ahead.
Woo!
Goku lands a
Woo!
powerful punch that sends
Beautiful.
shockwaves across the entire
Beautiful.
Earth, and there's just no way for Moro
Ah,
to even
ah,
begin
sorry.
to fight back. As Moro is on the brink of death,
Please
he
don't
begs for his
bro,
life,
come
and
on.
Goku asks Jocko if Moro was sentenced to death, and after hearing that he was, he resigns from the Galactic Patrol in favor of fighting him like an Earthling. Krillin finally makes it to the battlefield, and Goku, in one of my least favorite scenes, takes the Senzu from him, giving one to Moro in exchange.
That was the most stupidest things Goku did ever. You did that with Cell. You made a mistake. Okay. You learn from the mistake. You know Moro's nature. You know how he is. The fact that you gave him a sensu bean is stupid. No, Goku, that was stupid. You should not have done that. It was so dumb for Torotaro to make Goku give him the sensu bean. What should have actually happened, in my opinion, is that when Goku would have powered down and put it and let his guard down like he would, that would have been fine. And then because Moro is familiar with sensu bean because he heard about them, he should have seen Krillin, jump towards Krillin and get the sensu bean for himself. That would have been more acceptable because that would have been in character of Moro. Goku doing this was stupid. No.
For him returning to
Just
prison.
no.
The context here is different, but if you want to say this is a Cell
my
Saga
gosh.
parallel,
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame you. So Moro agrees to Goku's conditions, but after eating his senzu, he betrays Goku as he obviously would, and that terrible moment is made up for by Goku's Ultra Instinct hardening his body automatically to protect him from Moro's attack, immediately breaking the Planet Eater's hand, which is literally the most badass thing.
Oh, it
After
is,
breaking
it
his hand
is.
on Goku's body, they begin to talk, and Goku is disappointed Moro will never be able to change. He knows he has to kill him now after they're done talking. He asks Moro one more time if he's willing to return to prison quietly, but that's when Moro sees the hand that Maris chopped off earlier, and he says he's never going back. So, Goku says he has no choice but to kill him to uphold Maris's will. Moro asks who Maris really was, and Goku basically just explains everything. Now, knowing that Maris could use the same ability as Goku, he quickly pulls the hand that grabbed Maris's neck over to himself, and he begins to transform. His hair turns silver as well, and he begins to use Maris's Ultra Instinct. This is another parallel to Cell, who gained power like Gohan's after becoming Super Perfect Cell.
Yeah.
They begin to fly around the Earth at full speed, clashing as they do, but as the fight goes on, Moro's body starts to inflate strangely.
Yeah, 'cause his
Goku
body can't
tells
take
him
it.
It's like what happened to Sagambo. His body just isn't trained to hold that much power. Moro has to give up Maris's powers or be destroyed by them. Moro says he has no limits, remember that foreshadowing from earlier, and begins to seek a body that can contain the power. And eventually he uses his
Oh my
magic to merge
gosh.
with the Earth itself. Whis explains that
Moro
being
became so
merged-
pathetic after that, man. Like after he, okay, him getting the powers is fine, but the whole I need a new body part after that part, he felt pathetic. He felt mad
with the
pathetic.
planet means they share the same
Oh
fate
my
now.
gosh.
If Moro is destroyed, the Earth will be destroyed as well, and the resulting energy might even destroy the whole galaxy. So basically, our protagonist didn't finish the villain when they had the chance,
Yep.
leading to them potentially
It was
self-destructing
stupid.
along
Like
with the
Goku, you've made this mistake already. Why are you making the same mistake again? You've been through this. And what was annoying is that later on in the manga, you could see Beerus was like, Goku, why are you messing around? Finish him off. And then Goku was like, oh, okay. Meaning he was still trying to see if he could save Moro.
Earth.
No,
Do I
just
really
no.
need to say what that's a parallel
Just-
to?
just no.
Moro then begins to
Bro,
absorb
what?
energy from everyone touching the planet, and that energy swell within him will be a problem if this isn't handled quickly. Beerus decides he'll help Goku finish
See?
the fight.
There you
Right
go.
as he's about to, Whis gets a summon from the Grand Priest, likely to do with Maris. Before they leave, Whis tells Goku the way to beat Moro and save the Earth is to destroy the crystal on his head. If done properly, it'll release Maris's copied abilities. With that, Beerus and Whis leave, but Moro begins to hide the crystal in his expanding body. That's when Vegeta flies in and begins to punch the Earth to use Force Spirit Vision. As the power leaves Moro, the crystal reappears and Goku flies in to finish the fight. However, Moro manages to stop Goku before he reaches the crystal, and he sucks the power out of Goku, forcing him back to base form. Piccolo asks Vegeta if he can use Force Spirit Vision in reverse, and he says it's possible. So they donate their ki to Goku, as do everyone on the lookout, and even Goten and Trunks. But it isn't enough. Goku can only return to Super Saiyan Blue with that much power.
Yeah.
Now it seems truly hopeless. They begin to discuss other options, but Moro...
I wonder, someone was gone for a while during the entire arc. Where is he?
has gone insane and will likely blow up on his own even if they do nothing. That's when a massive amount of divine power makes its way towards the battlefield. More than enough for Goku to finish the fight.
Where did
Jocko
it
had
go?
gotten the Great Lord of Lords, but that isn't
There
whose
you
key
go.
this is. The
Where
Great
did he
Lord of
go?
Lords
He
found
went to
Oob
see
and had him
Oob.
donate
Yo.
the divine energy that reincarnated from Kid Buu.
Yo, that was good, bro. Making Oob have God Key? Yo, that's so good. That is so... You know what that means, though? That means at the end of Z, when Goku's gonna fight Oob, there's more reason for him to go train Oob because he has God Key. That is good. That's good. That is good writing right there. Besides the lead to the ending. See, okay. The moment Vegeta came in and did this, all the way to this part, that's where it was like, bro, come on, what the hell? This is a good... This fixed
Vegeta gives Goku the divine power, and with it, Goku creates a giant key version of himself to hold Moro's arms back as his real body delivers the final punch, ending Moro and saving the day. Afterwards, Buu returns to normal and forgets his time as the Great Lord of Lords. The Dragon Balls are used to fix the universe, and the Galactic Patrol have an award ceremony where Goku, Vegeta, Jocko, and even Meris are given awards.
What the hell is he doing here?
Jin asked to exchange his own life for Meris. The Grand Priest was moved by his gesture and erased Meris himself temporarily, then restored him as a mortal to save him. So Meris now has a lifespan and no more angel powers. Can he still use Ultra Instinct? Who knows? With that settled, the Galactic Patrol celebrate as Beerus and Supreme Kai are punished for allowing an angel to be lost. Peace has returned to the universe. For now. This is the best arc in Dragon Ball Super, even with my nitpicks, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe you should pick up the manga and check it out yourself. Make sure
All
to
right.
like and subscribe.
So yeah, that's my... See, I love this arc. I just didn't like what led to the ending. I love how we have Oob getting God Key, which gave more reason to Goku to train him at the end of Z. All in all, my opinion of this arc is a 7 out of 10. It could have been better. Like I said, Goku getting MUI in this arc and mastered it, it was a no for me because I think that's too early. I think he should have gotten it as a fluke the same way he got with Jiren, and then get MUI the next arc. That would have been more fitting in my opinion. But oh well, I'm not the writer. I'm not controlling Dragon Ball. Now, if you guys want to see me do the Granola arc, oh, how long is this video? 51 minutes? That video is going to be an hour and 30 minutes if I do Granola. Because I have so much to say with that arc, and it's not positive. You guys let me know. Should I do Granola? Let me know. I'll probably do Granola anyways, but tell me guys what you think. So, what did you like this? Did you guys like the Moro arc? If you didn't like the Moro arc, what were your nitpicks? What were your no, that's not good? Just tell me down below. I just want to talk with you guys. And thank you so much for watching until the end. You're awesome if you made it this far. This is a long video. And subscribe down below. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Love you.